welcome back to Fate of Isen Pukapukaroa. We're a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition podcast made by a bunch of Kiwi comedians, proud members of Kiwi RPG, Kiumu Whakatau o Aotearoa, tabletop role-playing from New Zealand. We kōrero paki, we tell some jokes, we have some world to save, which hopefully we do, and we have a whole lot of fun along the way. Thank you for joining us today. If it's your first time joining us here in Isen, welcome. Kia ora. We're stoked to have you. I don't know where I was going with that. But for all the Faties who are coming home again, welcome back. Welcome. That's your 2 seconds of Dave Dobbin, because I can't do any more than that or I'll get cancelled.
That's the musical episode done.
Dave suing.
As you can see, we're a little short of one of our feedies today, one of our sidebars today, but that's okay. We're still going to have a really cool episode, and I'm really excited to see what my players have in store for me, because as we know, I have no idea what's going on. But let's introduce it to the real people who are in control, the sidebars. Take it away, team.
We've never been accused of being in control. This is
real.
very fun to me. Real, honestly. Kia ora, you fun people. My name is Severin. I'm playing the human monk, Dexter Clementine. He's out here. He's just doing his best at this point, honestly. I think he's playing with house money in terms of his own mortality, where he could have died multiple times. And so, any day that he wakes up is a bonus. Right now is a gift. That's why we call it the present. Over to you, Erika.
Thank you for that gift, and I shall take it currently. Hi, I'm Erika, and I play Taryn Grimm. And she's a water genasi storm sorcerer. And she's never really thought of herself as much of a hero, especially in the last few weeks or so. But after sort of the last few, moments of helping the sidebars kind of defeat a thing and have a ruler be like, wow, that's pretty cool. Maybe she's got a little bit of, positivity on that hero front, which is pretty fun. So, over to you, Julz.
Hey everybody, I'm your DM Julz. I am vaguely in control of this runaway, and I say train because sometimes I do need to put my players on tracks to get back to the story. I will admit that.
Well, hard pivot.
Hey, I thought we were going to be done with it ages ago, but we're still here. We're still up here on clouds in the air. Yes, unfortunately, our granny isn't joining us today. Kasha isn't feeling very well. Bit of all those bugs going around in the ears at the moment, and we wish Kasha a speedy recovery. We love her, we miss her, and the bugs suck. So take care out there. Get your vitamin C, drink lots of water, wrap yourself up warm when you need to, have rest. Because DM Julz says so. It's very important that you all look after yourselves. But let's hear from our players. They didn't know I was going to do this. I enjoyed it last time.
Wow, okay.
When the players told me what happened in the last episode and summed it up. So how could you sum up? I'm going to get both of you to do this, by the way. Sum up what happened in the last episode, the most important things for you, in a sentence. It can be as short or as long a sentence as you like. But
we could just do one long breath.
How did last episode go according to your character? I'm looking forward to hearing this.
Now, do you want this at the same time or one after each other?
No. I think honestly the old
horrible audio.
And that's the end of the episode is enough for people when we do that in unison. I have had people say to me they wish we not do that. Sorry.
Yeah, we build up a lot of goodwill as the episode goes on that we can then spend on doing stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Yes, exactly. Yes. So who's going first? This is a stalling technique. I know you guys are thinking about your sentence.
2 words. Law drop. Done.
Nice.
Homework achieved.
Very valid.
Nice.
Alkvale, how it do? The forgotten, doing things, Dragon Queen, go-to place, forbidden, but very shiny.
Nice. I like that. It's always interesting to me as to what sticks in people's heads, but yes, lore drop episode. So where we left our players basically last time is gathered around a letter that they just read that had fallen out of Granny's dress and Dexter had snatched out of the air. We got a bit of a interesting message from T of Caves as they had tucked that into Granny before they left, bamfed out of that portal that let all those horrible monsters in that caused such chaos at the end of the Festival of Eriseth. Obviously, our heroes did be the big heroes in the moment, and it is nice to see like a little bit of recognition for them doing something kind of cool. And as compensation. I tried to combine words. I love it when I do that. Yeah. The ruler got pretty honest with our players and with our characters in the game, and they learnt a lot of things, which has now opened a lot of different pathways as to where they could possibly go. And also probably leaving them pretty tired in the brain space, especially seeing as it's been a long day of prepping for this festival, getting to the festival, enjoying the festival, then performing at the festival, and then a whole lot of chaos happening after that has caused them to have a giant fight and be quite tired. And I think I would be fair to say Taryn is still probably in a fair amount of pain.
Yes. Speaking with the ruler, looking pretty wrecked.
Yeah. A lot of blood lost still from all of these. So we are going to throw it back over to the players to see where they want to head next, being that there are a lot of options from here as to what they explore. Do they go and chase the leads about what is potentially contained in the museum? Do they go find out from this science dude some kind of way to fix Granny and maybe learn more about what is going on up here and how the air kingdom is falling out of the sky? Do they maybe go fix Granny over in the hospital? There seems to be something wrong with her, and that she thinks that she doesn't remember half of the people in her life that used to exist. There's a lot sort of going on that you could do. So where are we headed, guys? What's the plan? What's going on?
So we went to the library, I think, before we went to the Air Kingdom. That seemed like a good plan. We got some good information and that kind of helped us. So I'm a big fan of that. But I'm also open to seeing this guy. The ruler on high seemed pretty insistent that we meet this guy. Maybe we can meet him at the museum. 2 birds with 1 sling.
Museum sounds great. Sleep sounds even better. And Granny's taken a turn for the worse. She's not even speaking right now. We should probably get her, some help for her.
Oh, she's forgotten all of the words.
She's forgotten all the words.
That's a problem. She knows no words.
Problem. Granny, come. We're gonna take you to the hospital. They're gonna look after you for the night until maybe a rest will do you good, and their beds seem pretty comfy. We'll start directing Granny.
Shots! Belly button shots! Yeah, she seems to be kind just of a tired. Bit spaced out, tired, maybe overexcited from all of the
She's
entertainment.
Spring breakified.
Yeah,
spring breakified. Yeah,
she'll come down after spring break.
Yeah.
We'll start.
Yeah. So you kind of lead Granny out of the room. The ruler left ages ago. You made him feel awkward in his own war council room, and so he left.
It's a blessing and a curse.
It's really just you guys in here, so you can kind of peace out and walk out. As you walk out through the palace here, it does seem to be getting a bit more kind of cleaned up. There's not people just sort of, in pain and injured and things like that. It seems to be all the people have vacated and that there's just a bit of damage cleanup going on from, people who had really wrecked the place a little as they freaked out, frantically trampling out of this place, so there's curtains ripped and, things tossed everywhere and yeah. So just people putting the house to right. But yeah, you kind of walk out the front gates, walk out back into that main market square because it kind of the main entrance to the where the ruler's castle is has a direct line to that main market square, and then that the hospital is off sort of more in that noble kind of district way. You've got the tavern right here in the square, just on the far side of it. And then you've got the Grimshroud district where that the weird scientist that you were told about kind of lives opposite. You can see the tiny little narrow corridor heading off in that direction. You actually have to walk past the museum the way that you're going. So you walk past the museum as you're walking down this section of town.
Don't want to break into the museum, do you? Or heist?
I mean, if we knew exactly what we were getting from it and kind of knew the layout, that wouldn't be the worst idea. But at the moment, we're just going to be fumbling around in the dark until the guards come.
Yeah. We'll just go straight to hospital, and then we should get sleep.
We'll go sleep at some point. No, don't go down that. No, don't go down that alleyway. No. Yeah, no.
Granny, come
we
back.
We were going. There are going to be so many shops.
Boys! She's just toddling along.
Do you remember more boys? Where's the boys, Granny?
Are the boys in the room with us right now?
We'll just grab her arm and lead more to the hospital.
Yeah, so you kind of walk into the hospital, same sort of thing as before, you know, the little lights go off announcing who you all are. You can sort of check Granny into the hospital. They're like, oh, are you staying along with your grandmother?
We trust the medical profession.
Yeah, we'll visit her in the morning.
Okay, well, just sign here consenting any treatments that we need to make.
The only treatments we would like is sleep, maybe.
Right.
Please contact us before any treatments. Granny is very special to us.
You know we're not a hostel, right? Like, this is a hospital. People don't come here just to sleep.
Well, as you can tell, Granny's not, like, okay. I think she's had a lot of exposure to music of a particular kind.
I'm happy!
We were just up with the ruler, so if there was anything, I don't know how much news travels here, but some of your nurses had to bamf out. We're just bringing in someone who might just need a rest and have someone watch over them. Just in case.
And she's like, is this one of those things where it's like she just needs a rest, big wink, so that she doesn't know what's going on?
No. Not that kind of big rest. No.
But we expect to see her in the morning.
Okay. You know, we'll just do a full run of tests.
Just do a check.
Just do the tests, but don't do any treatment.
You know, she's been forgetting things recently. She's very elderly.
Okay.
So if you see what's happening there.
She gives you like a weird look, but is like, okay.
If in doubt, just talk to Nurse Clara. We're acquaintances with Clara, and
you know what? She's okay, yeah, all right,
yeah, that'd be great. Thank you. Polite hospitality, like talk from Taryn, like
one of the orderlies sort of grabs Granny, like directs her towards one of the like initial kind of check rooms, because obviously the hospital's pretty busy right now with like people that were actually seriously injured and stuff. So she's just probably gonna, like, much like ED, you know, get dumped somewhere in the hallway-ish while things are being sorted out. Yeah.
I might just say, make sure she doesn't run off or walk off.
But
she's
nobody
very
can get out of here once they've been checked in without being checked out. No, there's rules for that.
Does it include mystery kidnapping? Not that will happen, but having experienced a mystery kidnapping before.
Nobody can be taken from this hospital without being officially checked out. She's like, you can be sure of that. Nobody just walks out of here. It's not a thing. They could walk around in the hospital, I guess. You know, she like, you know, kind of, I mean, they could, but they can't leave. So
that's fine.
Imagine doing that in real life. Like if you jumped like a friend at the hospital, be like, hey, what if they get mysteriously kidnapped? I gotta think of all contingencies here.
I don't have a bell. I've probably got a clamshell. I stick a pearl in a clamshell and I say, Grady, just hold on to this and shake it every so often so they know where you are.
Grady just goes, woo!
It's Maraca, it's fine. It's a location Maraca.
Yeah. Okay. So you leave Grady there. The nurse
Time is a cruel
still
beast.
kind of giving you a weird look. But, you know.
We'll be back for her in the morning.
We'll just run the test.
Do the tests.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh, promise me if I ever get like that you give me the endless sleep.
No, I'll just give you a maraca, it's fine.
That seems to solve a lot of problems.
It's way more fun.
Yeah, so you make your way to the Without Wings, the tavern that you have the room in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My best friend, the bartender guy.
Yes. Gareth, I think.
Yeah, I think
Sure.
that sounds right. If not, it is now.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm pretty sure I need to write names down. That's what I'm pretty sure about. Yeah, Gareth Lowridge is the owner of the Without Wings. Yeah, so he's, on late shift, kind of, wiping bar and eyeing up the people that are still in the tavern at this time, where they're like, the money's kind of slowing down now because people are sort of in their cups and not spending as much, and so he's just kind of marking time until he can kick everybody out. And he sees you all and he's like, evening.
Evening.
Hello.
You involved in that there ruckus up the hill?
Nah, this blood's just decoratory.
We came from a performance.
Right.
Honestly, I'm surprised the hospital didn't say anything, because we look just as bad as Granny.
That's probably the other reason she's eyeing you guys up, being like, okay.
Just a good night's sleep.
Just a
So
good
we
night,
need-
yeah.
Just 8 hours, it's fine.
Okay. So, you walk into your room. The room's kind of, if you remember, it was sort of a larger room. You've got like a good 4 or so beds in here and sort of a seating area with a table and stuff in the middle. And with just the two of you in the room now, the room probably feels very big and empty. There's like a bed there where Granny should be asleep, and a bed over there where Bardley was, sleeping. In fact, the pillows that you guys used to use to pretend that Bardley was in the bed when Bardley was sneaking around and stuff are still there. So it almost looks like someone's still in the bed.
Oh, this is the bed where Bardley should have presumably slept, but then disappear suddenly.
I don't think they slept at all in this bed the entire time we were here.
I don't think they slept really at all. Maybe that's
No.
what they've gone off to do.
Maybe. We should look into that and figure out where they may have gone. But we'll put a pushpin in that for...
I'm betting back down to Georgia. I do not know why.
Just
Which
something
is
they
no
gotta do.
Which is no disrespect to the nation of Georgia. I'm sure it's lovely.
I've never been. Have you been to Georgia?
I don't know if Dexter has necessarily. Like,
Okay, I
no.
can't get you to...
I did a lot of stuff around the monastery, around Arkvale a little bit, but yeah, didn't get that far south.
It's south.
Presuming that Georgia is south.
No.
Okay, well, it's been a long day.
Tara will probably just take it at face value. It's south.
Well, actually, from where you guys were in Lakeside, it was directly north.
Okay, but is it south of Arkvale? Or south
No.
of the monastery? Okay.
So Arkvale is on the Never Eat eastern side of the continent, about halfway down.
All it was you were looking
And
at the
so-
map upside down. That's all it was.
Yeah,
And so that's why-
So if you kind of cut a line directly across from like where Arkvale is, you'd get to Lakeside, because Lakeside's sort of right in the middle of everything, and then Georgia is like the area that the speaker rules is sort of up above where Lakeside is, or above Skirrick, next to Ballas, where the Port Ballas is, yeah.
Yeah, we've got Skirk and Balyas.
Yeah. Yeah, I do actually have handy maps for that, but I still
We have
don't think
a map recently
It's
drawn
almost like
of
there's a map.
things.
Yeah, it's
It's
almost
map,
like
it's
there's a giant map, which is really, really coolly been drawn. It's really hard to show you guys, but...
Hey, look, there's Georgia.
Yeah.
After we've finished with all of this museum stuff, we could head there.
We totally could. I mean, yeah, I haven't seen much of the land. I've seen Ballas. We should probably avoid Ballas.
Oh,
And
what's your beef with Balas?
we stole a
Port
stone.
Bell is where you stole the stone from the speaker. And so he has wanted posters up looking for you all.
Wait, we should
That's
skirt
where
around
that
it.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep track of the amount of places that want to track us down for alleged criminal activity.
What else have you done? Because so far I'm only on the Ballas train. What have you done? What have I really stuck myself into doing any
I
of this?
lived a life before the sidebars, which we don't need to get into. Oh, I'm really tired. I just defied
Severin
saving
goes,
people.
I don't really want to make up a whole lot of backstory
Not now.
information right now.
It's it's legitimate RP that Dexter wouldn't just say crimes that he's possibly done in his smuggling days.
That's actually very true. because everybody listening to this has definitely listened to our Patreon special episodes, would know that Dexter doesn't exactly have the cleanest of previous lives.
But he's trying to get on the straight and narrow. So let's not focus on...
Yes.
Let's not focus on the past. Let's focus on the future, what we're going to do.
I like that he's hiding his involvement with the Crimson Line, though, from someone who would literally not know what the Crimson Line was.
Nope, nothing.
But, fair enough.
That's right. I'll start just getting ready for bed, and I think I'll just, plop on the bed, when people just fall face forward onto the bed, and, that's Taryn for the rest of the night.
Dexter's going to curl up like a cat.
Nice. Can we hit that good, sweet, long rest? Can we do it?
Yes. You can.
We can do it? Amazing.
Yes. You get a lovely, lovely long night's sleep. When you wake, it's kind of still early morning because it wasn't terribly late when you went to bed. It's just that it was kind of evening hours and, you guys were exhausted, running low on all sorts of resources and just so dead tired after everything that you've been through. When you wake, it's still quite early. Sort of think 2-3 o'clock in the morning.
Oof.
Yeah, as you emerge from that beautiful 8 hours of rest that I have no idea what that feels like, and it must be magic.
Truly West
Daylight
fulfillment,
savings doesn't exist.
Yeah. But you feel much better, much more restored, and ready to take on the next thing. Does one of you wake particularly first? Is one of you a morning person? What do you do when you wake up and you realize it's kind of early?
It's not just early, it's criminally early.
Yeah, it's criminally. You guys went to bed kind of early evening. You didn't even have dinner. You just fell into bed.
It's get a flight at 4 a.m. criminally early. I guess Taryn would wake up first. Due to pain, even though it's 8 hours, it still hurts.
You would see Dexter lying on the bed, kind of like somebody's skydiving in that kind of just arms splayed out kind of fashion.
And then muffled from somewhere underneath is warning, the other person's awake.
Thanks, sword. Appreciate it as always.
Yeah. Taryn's just got to get up and just go change out of the orally dress in the change space, put on her normal adventuring clothing, and just kind of try and wake herself up.
Yeah. There's, one of those basin things in here.
Dexter, it all hurts. 8 hours sleep's not enough.
Yeah, we've really been through the ringer a little bit. But we can always look forward to the next time we can sleep.
But why are we awake now? I don't like it. It's what? Is there a clock in the room, or is it all navigated by star or moonlight?
You can just kind of you've got a window in the room that you can look out onto the square, and you can see it's still sort of moonlit. It's dark enough that, you're not seeing light that much. Although it's harder up here because you're so high up. Everything doesn't... It's a bit bizarre. Yeah.
We haven't learned the stuff yet.
Oh, Brad, damn it. You woke up, and then my sword woke me up, and I blame both of you for this situation.
I don't know why I woke up. Is there, anything that caused a thing to wake up, or was it just normal body clock?
Can Dexter check outside the door, see if there's anyone, around?
I'll give you advantage by looking out the window, or around the other area.
You want a Persepi?
Yeah. Go with advantage.
We may as well roll some dice this episode.
We're only half an hour in. It's good to get a 23 on a Persepi.
Ooh, nice.
There is definitely people...
Y'all gotta stop.
There is definitely people walking around up here, but it seems to be mostly you even see someone sort of quietly close a door, and they're like, "Oh, sorry, did I wake you?"
No, my sword did. but...
Apologies.
Okay, this is fine. Just be careful.
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm glad we had this talk.
I've got an early to catch. And you see they kind of got their bag on and, sort of...
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, safe travels.
Thank you. Yeah, sneaking down the stairs doing that.
Broken wheel.
Everything is creaking. Yeah.
I've done that before, and I've left a large line of rubber across the tarmac before with a broken wheel, and I was like, what?
The easiest person to track around the airport.
Yeah, quite literally.
You know that the flywags go places at weird times, so they're probably catching a flywag out of the Air Kingdom.
Yeah, they're catching a red eye.
Mm-hmm. Must be cheaper.
Ugh.
So you don't really see anything particularly that's woken you, but it just roll me I guess you'd know this, but you do feel a little on edge. I don't need you to roll insight on yourself. Something kind of woke you up. And you feel a little kind of skitty, but for no real reason about it. You don't see anything out of place. There's nobody there. You rolled a really good perception check. There's definitely nothing going on. And the only thing you could see that was making noise was creeping around in the hallway, Just weirdness.
I'm just gonna go back in the room. Strange vibes. I don't know what it is. Feel restless.
I also don't like it. Can I cast around with Arcana and see if there's anything kind of feeling Arcana-y?
Sure.
Is this what waking up and feeling motivated feels like? Because this is a new feeling. Strange.
What's motivation?
What's motivation?
That's a 17 for a 22.
Okay. You definitely think that there is magic lingering here.
There's magic lingering here, in this room. I don't know what, though. It just feels...
Yeah, I think with that check, it feels divination-y. That's the sort of vibe you're getting off the magic that is lingering.
Maybe someone was trying to see where we were? Or watch us? And that's creepy in itself, let's be honest.
Somebody was magically watching us sleep?
Yeah, maybe. That's kind of roughly what it feels like.
That is very creepy.
I personally don't like that. That's very odd.
Do they not have anything better to do? Just generally with their time?
Maybe not.
Clearly not.
You don't know their life.
It's like Big Brother for some weird wizard out the way.
Yeah. And then for some strange reason, you just feel a little icy cold, a little shiver, just kind of passes over you all. And then is gone almost as quickly.
Is it a familiar cold feeling?
I don't know, is it?
Let's say, hypothetically, we're in combat or trying a skill check and we do very badly, and we have a sensation of something happening in the world. Is it very similar to that feeling, Julz?
It's kind of a little similar feeling to that. Yeah.
All the dogs can hear you, it's fine.
It might be a little similar feeling to that.
Voice actually in heads, or...
No.
Okay.
No. Yes, we are not. We're not meeting Ziggy Stardust today.
No.
At a more reasonable hour if we have to, but
Yeah, you definitely don't still feel it. It's it was just a very brief, touch of something, and then divination, and then, you don't feel like anything is still here. It's just that maybe, your kind of peripheral awareness and just sus feeling woke you up.
Well, now I'm awake. Should we get breakfast?
Would there even be anyone downstairs? It's far too early for... I've got rations. We can see if they've got breakfast. We'll wake up Gareth.
For everybody that is listening, Severin's face just screwed up.
We are not
rations.
We are not traveling in the wilderness. We are in a city.
But they have opening and closing hours.
Well, there may be a bakery open at this. I was going to say
bakery.
I was going to say ungodly time, and then I remembered. This unbradley time.
I mean, your girls are like just across the street. We could see if she's got food, if she's back.
I mean,
actually, we don't know where she went.
Aloe and Windwhisk and the bakery might be open. Who knows?
Actually, yeah, bakeries would be open early. They often start super early to get the day's stuff.
Heck, I'd even help them at this point.
If only we had a granny, but we left her in the hospital.
Getting a good night's and some other stuff, maybe.
Yeah, she was more shot-orientated than sourdough-orientated.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, she went crazy. It was great.
So you head out of the tavern. As you head downstairs, yes, there is a sign on the tavern, little bar bench thing. What's that called? Bar.
The bar top.
It just says don't even ask. That's all it says. You get the feeling like if there's somebody there, you can ask. There is no bell, feeder ring, or anything like that. And so you can let yourself out of this tavern and kind of go down onto the street. It's really quiet here. You can see way down, because you can see down that alleyway way towards where the port is, for lack of a better word, of an Air Kingdom's, coming and going. So I guess airport makes sense, Julia. But
a port, but of the air.
A port, not of the air. Guys, I've just thought of this new concept.
Wow.
So that like coming up through there was a bunch of shops and stuff, mostly targeted towards tourists of the Air Kingdom and kind of directing them to this main square where all the entertainment usually happens. So down that corridor, is where the bakery of Aloe and Windwhisk is. You can see people moving way down the end there, but not that many. It seems to be that this place doesn't exactly sleep, but is still pretty still here in the square. Not a lot of going on, so it's weirdly quiet.
And over there is where they sell wings. And over there is where they have, I guess, not wings and things that they bring up from Isen. The wings are fun, though. Recommend trying the wings if you ever get a chance.
After everything that's happened, I am fine staying on the ground.
And as you get near to the bakery, you do actually see it is, like, at least lights on. The door's not exactly open at the moment, but it's definitely lights on and it smells great.
Can I go up to the door and...
You kind of, like, see someone sort of appear from the back and then, like, kind of look and is, like vaguely sort of gestures, like, come in, but sort of goes out the back, again.
I enter the store.
Yeah. And you hear a wee voice going, hello! But you, like, see nothing.
Hello.
What can I get you? Again, see nothing.
This is very airy. Can I just get, like, 2 bread rolls, butter if you have it?
Oh, yeah, easy. I have to get the butter from the back. And then, like, you see kind of the door open behind, like, the counter area, and then you realize it's just a little tiny person. And then you're like, oh, that's Connie, because you recognize the blonde hair. She hasn't seen you. She's just, like, too short for the counter. So she's just, like, asked questions knowing that people were there, and then just wanders out the back. And you see the little blonde hair trotting out the back and then kind of doing things and then comes out. But as she comes out the door, she's obviously facing you guys more. And so she actually sees who it is before she gets to the counter. And then she's like, oh, it's you guys! You're back!
Hello.
Hi.
I didn't tell anybody.
You did really good. I think more people might know now.
Well, everybody knows you now. And she's just like, I knew you first, though.
You did know. You're my favorite.
She's like, you're not my favorite.
That's fine.
You are my favorite person who is 3'2".
Yes.
She's like, I like the ones that come from the earth best. And then she's like, wait,
cool.
that's the butter. And then she sort of like clambers around behind the counter and you see her sort of climb up these stools and grab the tongs and grab like some bread rolls. Like she's, obviously used to helping at this sort of time of the day. She looks remarkably bright-eyed, considering how early it is. It must be part of the thing with this family.
Do you sleep, small creature?
Oh yeah, they made me go to bed really early before like the moon even like shows its face.
Oh, what a travesty!
But it's because I have to get up really early to help Granny in the shop.
That makes sense. Do you like helping your grandma in the shop?
I'm gonna be the baker. I'm gonna take it over one day.
That's very cool.
She like just tells you this matter of factly. And then you watch her as she's like concentrating and she's trying to figure out how much money that is, you know. And then she's like, wait, I have to get Gran to check this. And so she goes to the back and she's like, Gran, you said I had to check it.
Never gonna run the bakery. Doesn't even know how much things are.
One day.
One day.
And then like Elwyn comes out and is like, oh yeah, no, that's just hello.
Hello.
Morning.
Morning. Only two of you? Did some die?
No.
One ran away, and another's just in the hospital at the moment for like a brain thing.
They didn't run away. They're just predisposed.
Oh, okay. I mean, you know, it wouldn't be surprising if one died because, you know, I heard about all the things that you guys have been doing. Honestly, it's the most excitement the Air Kingdom's ever had. It's almost like you brought it with you, which, by the way, some people do think. So be careful with that.
Good to know.
I appreciate the heads up. And
Yeah.
let me say how heartwarming it is that you remember us.
Oh, of course. You are quite strange, and Connie does carry a picture of your faces. Although the picture isn't terribly good, but it does have a way of reminding you about you.
Yeah, they never get my nose right.
Yes, and two of you are carrying spoons, giant wooden spoons, which is awfully confusing in a picture.
I haven't seen the picture really, so that sounds fascinating, really. But we only have one spoon.
And Connie pulls it out and shows you, and it's like a warning poster from Ballas, like a wanted, dead or alive.
Which I thought I destroyed, but it's quite funny for it to come back.
Yeah. You don't know if this is like a new one that she's picked up from the port again. You know, she did tell you that she picked up the first one from the port, so
yeah,
it's entirely possible this is a new one.
Wait, this one has 2 spoons and 3 Bardleys. I don't know why. The artist is just having a time with it.
Can I get a pen and just draw a moustache on Bardley? And then on one of the Bardleys?
Connie giggles like that's hilarious.
Why am I imagining the wanted posters like the cover of Abbey Road? We're all just in a line.
I think I drew Connie holding it, but I never finished it because you guys, honestly, the faces got quite small and it got quite hard.
Just stick figure drawings, it's fine.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, look, it's flashing up on stream right now. She's carrying the wanted poster, but I just never finished it.
Yay.
Yeah, they should have hired Wardley Amerson to illustrate it, but honestly, Wardley Amerson can't illustrate all of Isen's art. Julia has to do it sometimes. Anyway, yeah, you pick up your breakfast, basically. You have a bit of a chat, chinwag. You kind of find out that some people sort of think that you caused all of this trouble, even though, you know, Elwyn and Connie clearly don't think so.
Of course. We tend to go towards trouble that's happening to try to solve it rather than cause the trouble. So if you didn't know that there was trouble there already, correlation, causation kind of thing, it seems like we resulted in the trouble. Rather, the trouble just attracts us.
We chased it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Some people do that. Some people bank, I guess.
Some people chase tornadoes. Other people stay away from tornadoes. We're tornado chasers.
Right. I you know, tornadoes are quite dangerous.
That's what we do.
A little bit.
Do you actually?
I mean, I've seen a whirlpool.
Some of my best friends have been tornadoes.
Can we meet them one day?
Well, I mean, not in the shop.
No.
Tornadoes like a metaphor. We don't want to be disrespectful to the people of the Earth or the Air Kingdom.
No, they're literally tornadoes.
No, yeah, for sure. That's where it becomes very literal all of a sudden. Speaking of chasing things, what can you tell us about the museum? We're thinking of stopping off there, having like a just a quiet day, doing some of the touristy things, which you haven't really had a chance to while we've been in the city.
Oh, well, it's a lovely visit. Lovely illustrations there. Interesting information about how Eriseth brought the kingdom into being, only it's, not exactly all there. It's, I think people have been trying to do that again fairly unsuccessfully. I think, there's something missing from the recipe, if you know what I mean.
And where would we find this rogue ingredient?
Well, I wouldn't know. The baker and me would tell you to experiment. And I believe that's what they're doing.
Does it need to be made, or just...
Well, wouldn't it be awesome to have another Kingdom of Air? I mean, maybe I could open another shop.
It would be good, but we need to make sure your initial home is fine also. I mean... As you say, we've chased these things down to the air, or up to the Air Kingdom. We should at least protect this one here first.
Yes, I'm sure it'll be fine. The ruler on high does such a great job of looking after us all, I'm sure. But thank you for caring. You should definitely visit the museum. It's lovely.
Well, that's this morning's plan. We just woke up a little earlier than anticipated.
There's some lovely views from the top of the museum. I believe there's a staircase. You can all walk up the side and sit on the balcony. A nice place to... have your fresh rolls.
Is the museum open now? So we kind of had to wait.
Well, no, but the staircase is on the outside. It's sort of one of those places you can, look over the balcony and pose from. I hear that lots of the street artists park up there and get, illustrations of people.
That could be fun.
Does Dexter still have his one?
Have what?
I mean, you've probably got your illustration of you at the gate with the guards and stuff. Yeah.
I haven't noted down in the inventory, but I'm terrible about that. They did see. I'd be like, oh, you like this one?
And she's like, yeah, just like that. Oh, you got one of the castle. Oh, lovely. Not many people get to go inside, but of course I hear you all did. Wonderful inside, isn't it? I've been once.
It was fun up until the portal, which... You've heard of the band Caves, right?
Oh, yes. Very famous.
Yeah, they kind of... disappeared and let in some stuff into the castle that were very unsavory.
Oh, that sounds like quite a show.
It was very dangerous and...
I think quite a few people died.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. But this came from a portal that Caves opened, so we were very concerned.
Saved as many as we could, but...
Oh, I'm sure they didn't mean to do that on purpose. I mean, Caves is such a wonderful band.
Oh no. They've gotten to you as well. That's unfortunate.
Well, yes, I saw them play in the square once. Wonderful
once is
music.
Generally all you need for an opinion to form.
Did they ask
yes,
you
I was so inspired, I found myself travelling all the way to the Air Giant Kingdom. Can you imagine? Me. But yes.
Did they ask you to get anything from the Air Giant Kingdom when you went there? Or bring anything back from on your travels?
I don't think so. I don't remember dropping anything to the band. I mean, it's not like we know each other.
Oh, I know, but yeah, sometimes just the inspiration.
No, they just inspired a sense of travel in me, and it was quite wonderful.
How did the Cloud Giants feel about this? Presumably you weren't the only one travelling there.
I don't really remember. I just remember disappearing on the trip. I mean, I clearly hadn't planned to because no one looked after the shop while I was gone. But, sometimes, you just get hit by the travel bug, don't you?
Well, yeah, that's kind of how I found myself here, more or less.
There's no part of my life where I wasn't travelling somewhere.
I mean, you can roll an inside check on her if you like, but yeah.
Sure, why not? That is a 12. Not too bad.
A 16 for me.
Yeah, you read all the signs of her telling the truth. She gets a little foggy in places like she can't really remember, but she's just got like some pieces of it very clearly. Like, I just got hit by a travel bug and I just went to the Air Giant Kingdom. Yay! And then I came back. Don't remember why I was there, how long I was there, what I was doing there. Like, she doesn't remember.
Al, can I call you Al?
Oh, sure.
I'm gonna be quite blunt here, and I know this is going to go against how you feel about the band Caves, but they are dangerous terrorists who control the minds of people who listen to their music, force them to do their bidding, and I think have gone to hell.
And she's like, oh, okay, dear.
I don't know if this makes you rethink how you feel about them, but
I don't think
sounds
so.
It sounds like a good story. I'm sure it'll sell a lot of gigs, stages.
He's working with a bard from Georgia just to tell this very story, and I'll kind of just pull Dexter aside just one moment for a bit.
Oh, yes.
I don't think she's gonna...
we sidebar.
We sidebar. This is the first sidebar Taryn's ever instigated. I don't think
look at you go.
I'm learning. I don't think she's gonna change her mind, but if we think it's magic, I've got my magic book, and I could dispel if it's... But... Or is it not kind?
Might be better to save that for Granny as well.
I could probably do it a couple of times, but Granny definitely needs a dispel.
We could dispel it, but also to what end?
I mean, we could let her just stay in her current state for a little bit. Maybe if we defeat Caves, an entire dispel magic will happen for everybody.
That's very true. That's the hope, is that it breaks whatever kind of spell they've put on people. So I think we let Elowen labor under the delusion that Caves are good, or we dispel it, and then suddenly she thinks Caves are bad. But I also don't know what that leads to.
Panic, and that's what I don't want.
Yeah, oh, that's also true. It doesn't lead to anything good.
No. Okay, we'll leave it for now. But
it's a good thought. It bothers me as well that Caves is, mind controlling people. Very much a problem.
I agree with that. I'll break that from the sidebar.
And she's like... Then she started talking to other people who have wandered in early service, and she just kind of waves like she assumes you're heading out with your rolls, you know?
Yeah.
So do you head to the museum to park up on this balcony that has a great view?
Yeah.
So you head back, ironically towards the castle, the palace, where the ruler on high kind of lives. Down that big open pathway, you know that this one's particularly wide. You got told that, sometimes cloud giants come to visit and things like that. That's why this one's particularly big. And as you get nearer to the museum, you do see these, like, this little staircase that kind of runs up the side and sort of has on the balcony. It would make a really lovely illustration if you were standing up there, with the sky in the background and the beautiful architecture of this building. It would probably be quite lovely. But that's not what first grabs your eye. It seems to be that the door is open to the museum, and a guard is standing firmly in the middle of it, very much on guard right now.
I think something extra happened this evening, or this morning, and that doesn't look good.
Well, why would you necessarily guard a museum? You could just lock the door to try to keep people out.
Yeah. Or something's gone, and they're investigating.
You see the guard at the door. He turns like somebody's talking to him, and he turns to walk inside and closes the door.
Dang it, I was going to sneak into the door.
I mean, you still could, but he's just like moved inside the building.
I'll see what I can find out, Tara.
Okay, I will look around the front area. Oh.
Ever since I woke up, I've been itching for some action. Am I able to cast guidance on myself and try to stealth into the museum?
Nice. Yes. Roll it up.
It has been rolled up. That is a 23 again?
Nice, yeah.
I want to say they've done 14 on the dice plus 2 plus 7.
Yeah, shadows and dust. Dexter just blends with the environment and with this darkness, with the shadows that are kind of everywhere because we haven't hit daylight yet. And it is kind of, all of these shadows casting in all these strange areas and blends in with the building. Taryn probably just sort of sees the door open a smidge as Dexter slides inside and has a look around. Dexter, you see here, it looks like a very quiet kind of space. You're not sure where the guard that walked through the door has gone, but he's not in this immediate receiving hall. It's a beautiful big space. You can see that the ceiling is drifting inside here with slow-moving clouds caught in various, like, what must be loops of magic, as it just sort of looks like literally sky is moving above you and different clouds are kind of hovering all the way through, and you can see faint light filtering through those clouds. It's a really sort of atmospheric, beautiful room. And it's probably how they light this hallway. Though at the moment it looks like the light is sort of dimmed down, like for, you know, when they're not in full mode or whatever. You see that there is a sculpture floating in the room in this room center. And you see all around you displays of like crystalline tools and fragments of cloud and things and shimmering murals of all of these like displays and stuff. This receiving room is big and it's got all these different like doors off it, leading to other spaces. It almost looks bigger in here than it did on the outside. And you see loads of like Eriseth this, Eriseth that, you know, like it looks like it's kind of got all sorts of history here. So initially that's sort of what you see.
Do I see where the guard went?
No, you don't see. I mean, like, heaps of doors leading off this space, though, so he could have gone through any one of them. I mean, presumably maybe one of the closer ones, but there's, like, you know, doors leading off this main hallway kind of going everywhere. It looks like it'll be a bit of a rabbit warren in here.
Okay. If there are no guards around, I'm going to open the door and be like, no.
Oh, run in afterwards. She's already put on, like, a head of disguise sort of stuff, so she looks like a general sort of person who you'd find around. No one in particular, just as plain and unassuming, but slightly blue. So
it's like you can almost hear your own breath in here. It's so quiet. Like you're expecting to hear footsteps and stuff because there's a guard somewhere in here, and you should be able to hear like clop, clop, clop. Like it's that kind of floor. You know that you're going to have to be quiet as you sneak around here if you want to move.
Okay. Hopefully keeping my stealth roll from before. Can I go over to the closest door, open and kind of peer through?
Yeah. In this one, you know, as the sort of the darkness clears from your eyes, it's a very similar kind of ceiling space, but this one has got like a really soft blue light to it. You see what seems to be a room dedicated to Eris's childhood. You know, like this is his toy and this is the crib that, you know, like a little display of what his house looked like when he was, you know, born or whatever. It's like very that kind of vibes. And oddly, it looks like it's more sort of Earth-like than you would have thought. You know, like, where did the cloud people live before they lived here? It's, you know, yeah, it's a bit weird to kind of see what looks sort of familiar to Dexter. Yeah, but, like, older. Much, much older. Much more primitive and basic. Yeah. Yeah, but you don't see any guards here.
I'm going to head back into the main room. Something weird's happening.
How big is the space? Is it like a small, or it's quite a sprawling large museum sort of? Oh, sorry, I might have missed that.
Yeah, the big sprawling museum. Like even this receiving hall's quite large, because you've got displays kind of all along the walls and these giant murals all on the walls and stuff. And in the middle, you've got like this, you know, full-on sculpture floating in the middle of the room, and it's large. So, and you'd be able to get maybe like a ring of 10, 12 people around that, you know, easily. So that kind of space. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And then there's doors just everywhere off this thing. And this is just the main center room.
Because it wasn't very long after Dexter sort of snuck into the museum to when the guard disappeared. I'll probably just go up to different doors and listen in to see if you can hear anything.
Yeah, so roll me a stealth check if you're trying to move quietly, because, you know, Dexter did, but we hadn't rolled one for Taryn.
That's a 10.
Okay. So as you move towards one of the other doors, you know, like, so Dexter moved towards a door, you kind of see him come back and he sort of shakes his head at you or whatever, you know, is kind of going on. Taryn, you go to move towards one of the other doors and you just aren't moving as quietly. You realize immediately, like, your shoes are making noise on this floor and it sort of echoes outwards, like, you know, footsteps in an empty museum would. Just immediately you can hear it.
Yeah.
And there's like a very kind of tense moment as you wait for something to happen. And then behind you, you hear a click. And it seems like a very kind of quiet click, but a very final click. Initially, that's all you hear.
Someone holding a gun?
I was going to say click as in door locking or click as in mechanical?
Maybe.
From where Dexter is there anything behind Taryn currently?
I mean, no, because Taryn went to leave, like, the door area. So, Dexter, you've gone back to the door. Taryn was at the door and then went to leave. And Dexter, it is a very loud click that you hear.
So Taryn's gone through the door and there's a very loud click.
Yeah.
Can I try to open the door?
Behind you, like the main door?
Like the one that Taryn went through?
Oh, no, Taryn hasn't gone to it yet. Like,
no, I left the entryway.
Hasn't even got to past the entryway. Yep.
Right. So I would have gone to the closest door.
And then come back to the entryway.
Eriseth's childhood, back to the entryway to where Taryn is. Taryn went to go towards the door on the other side.
To see what's in there.
A clump.
Clump, and then behind you, giant click.
Should have known one of those adventuring heels.
Yeah.
Boots the house down.
Yeah.
Okay, so I still have eyesight of Taryn.
Yes, currently, yeah.
Cool,
And
I'm
then
going to turn around.
The click came from...
Behind you.
Behind where Dexter is.
Mm-hmm.
I will also turn around as stealthily as I can. I'm going to try the door handle of the entry door, thinking this.
It does not open.
Well, that's
It was opening easily before. Now it is not.
Well, we may have been locked in.
Granny's going to be in the hospital a little bit longer than anticipated.
And suddenly the air and the sound that was once calm in this gallery and quiet feels tense and like ominous, and then is suddenly broken with sudden motion as you hear what is distinctively armored footsteps, like very clodden, like very heavy footsteps ringing out across what seems to be like running almost along a glass floor. And you hear voices now. Check every hall. Someone is here. Do not leave until they are found. It must be them that took it.
Can Dexter take out the sword of warning and be like, really? If there was ever a time.
Warning. They
No,
think
don't you start now.
someone stole something?
Seems like
confused.
Seems like it's a warning.
Yeah.
I'm picking up on those context clues as well. I'm sorry for yelling
like
at you.
The sword seems confused.
It's frustrating. It's frustrating when there are like suddenly heavily armored people running towards us, and I don't hear
we should probably run.
But where to? It's locked.
Again, you're not the sort of unhelpful advice.
So he's like, like you kind of hear the sword go, warning, they seem to be coming from the left.
That's a bit more helpful. But again, any level of warning around people running in our direction would be greatly appreciated. This ain't over. We'll talk about this.
Yeah.
In your next performance review.
PDCP.
As your sword lets you know it does. And you realize now, like, the sound does seem to be clomping somewhere from your left. You have, like, the door that Taryn was moving towards on your right. And then others further down the hallway on your right also. Like, are you just heading towards the closest one? Like, what are you doing?
Yep, Dexter's gonna go, I guess, grab Taryn by the arm, if you're just, like, very deer in the headlights.
Yeah.
Jump through the closest door and then see if there are any displays, dioramas, or anything that we could crouch behind.
Absolutely. Yeah. Here in this particular room, it seems to be like a display of different cloud types. So it's talking about why Eriseth, or how Eriseth made things like more hard, or how, you know, all these different types of, like, you know, materials basically differentiated with the cloud and how it kind of works, like their study of this basically. So you can see that there is some material and stuff that you can see is more like stonework that they've, you know, made a display of like bricks and stone and stuff, and that's pretty big. You can also see like a little mini diorama of like the palace that you can see there. Like those are the sort of things that you can see here. And they've also got like very flimsy, thin, like wafty material that is also made out of cloud, you know, to show the differences and stuff. So you've got kind of a variation of different stuff here.
Can we hide behind the cumulonimbus? That is a big cloud from memory.
Yes, okay, sure. I'll believe you. You said it confidently. So
whatever, like a big cloud. There's a big fluffy ones, right?
Yeah, the big ones.
Sound off in the chat. What's your favorite cloud?
I'm serious.
So you
Very
kind of
nice.
duck behind one of the cumulus nimbus clouds, and are you basically hiding here while you...
I mean,
Yes.
I feel like with Scooby-Doo musuming it, where they're trying to hide from a ghost, and like we're just like statues within the diorama. That's what it feels like currently.
Yeah.
If Scooby-Doo would have gone through the door and then out another one in the entryway.
Yeah. And we would have
Yeah.
crossed them halfway through the corridor and then doubled back.
And then, then we're chasing them and then they're like,
Yeah,
wait a second, what?
And then I'm carrying a guard running through the corridor. And then it
Yep.
swaps over and the guard's carrying me running through the corridor.
Well, you literally have an opportunity to do this, basically, because that's pretty much what I planned. You are in a museum. You have guards running after you. This is your situation to control. You are hiding currently, and all you can hear is basically armored footsteps running through. And now they're getting kind of frantic. Find them! Seal all of the exits, not just the front. They can't be allowed to escape. These thieves have got one of our priceless artifacts. The ruler on high will never let us, never forgive us for this. Yeah, they seem to be frantic.
Perhaps we could reason with them. Empty out our pockets, say we don't have what you're looking for.
We could just say we're private investigators and the ruler already knows and we're here to
We are
assist.
museum enthusiasts.
Yeah.
We heard there was a new one on clouds.
What do we do if we find them, sir? Kill him! Kill him on sight!
Oh, there goes that plan of reasoning.
I mean, and Granny's the one with the thing from the ruler. The one saying that we can have the audience with the ruler. We shouldn't have put her in hospital. She should have come with us back to the...
Yeah, she put herself in hospital. Imagine if she was here now.
If you're
we would be
staying
sound.
here because you've been here for a little bit, as you can hear these footsteps running around, roll me another stealth check. We're doing groups.
Dex is gonna put the cloak. Like a while back, we got a cloak that disguises him like a cloud person, and he's just gonna move that further around him to try to blend in with the
cloud. Yeah.
And the guidance.
Okay. I'll give you a +2 for use of cloud artifact-y magic-y thing.
In that case, that is a 30.
30. Nice. Okay.
With an 18 on the dice, +3 with guidance, +2, +7.
I mean, like, what's Taryn getting?
A 13. A 1-3.
Okay, well, that's still not, like,
It's not
with a
ideal.
30, plus 13 divided by 2, because I can't do math in my head, right? Is like a lot. So, you guys are fine. Like, you pass the, pass the check.
It'd be like 21 and a half.
Yeah, so you manage to like stay here as they're running around, and because of that, you get a little bit of overheard words here as to what they seem to be worried about. Like they're kind of all yelling at each other, and the guards are all talking to each other as they're walking through, because they're walking through in pairs and trying to find whoever this is that is broken in. You hear the words, it's the book, and they're like, what book? There's a million books in here. They're like, the one that won't be read. And they're like, oh, that book. So you hear like that as they're walking around trying to find you guys.
If Wen of the Forgotten has stolen this book and got us in this soup, I'm gonna kick the cat ass.
We can't be found, because I've got my book. If they think my book is their book, that's not good for us.
That is very not good for us. We could get them to read and say, this is clearly a different book.
Roll me a perception check as you're like hiding here.
17.
13.
Nice. Okay.
Consistency.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, Taryn probably sees something across the way, like a weird sort of movement as from behind the diorama, next to where the stonework kind of example is. You see like a flash of like orange fluff. But it's Dexter that hears the... Did you just say my name?
I swear, I will murder you.
And that's the end of the episode.
Well, he said meow, but you know what he meant.
We all know what he meant.
We all know what he meant.
Oh, know it.
Such a call. Such a call.
In a very, broken clock tells the right time twice a day kind of way, I remember some things, and I can guess some things. I remembered that the Forgotten were after the Squiggly book. Squiggly book goes missing.
I can't tell if you made my reveal better or you took my fun away.
I'm so sorry.
Why not both?
Why not both? Because it was delightful for me. Because, you know, as a DM, Severin, I'm sure you know the feeling of, they remembered something. So thank you so much to those of us who have joined us on our adventure today. We really hope to see you again soon. You're going to have to come back if you want to hear what Win of the Forgotten has been up to. If you are listening to this podcast in the podcast app of your choice, maybe come along to the live stream to catch the action directly as it happens. See fun maps, be on stream, and see all of the facial expressions of the players as things happen. It's fun. We stream every second Wednesday at 7:30 NZDT, and we're never late. We are always on time, and we would love to see you there. Many amazing people are involved with the production of this podcast. I'm really, really grateful for their hard work and dedication every single episode. So I want to give a big shout out to my partner in crime, Brad Zimmerman, who I could not do this without. Editor of the polished episodes you hear, responsible for the design of World of Isen and Book One, and literally life admin for Isen because he remembers to pay things like subscriptions and things like that. It's very important. Without him, I think our recording software would have expired a long time ago. So thanks, Brad. Thanks to Amy Ward Art, our glitteriest moderator, keeping our live streams chat a wholesome and hilarious place to be and just lively and fun in there. Love watching the live streams chat and people just having a blast in there. It's really good. Thank you to Samsara for setting up our live stream, set up Haunted Sandwich for the character art they designed for Save Bars, Ada Messer Photography for capturing our players in real life, and shout out again to Amy Ward Art, who I really just need to write a bit of thing for also being Woodley Amerson in real life and creating art of our wonderful world. We are proud members of Kiwi RPG, and we encourage you to visit their website to find other Kiwi creators that you absolutely need to know about. Of course, this podcast would not be able to keep going without the Patreons who keep the lights on in Isen HQ, make paying subscriptions completely possible, and make the Fate of Isen Discord a delightful home on the internet. We are very grateful for your support, and no, I'm sorry, the joke did not get updated in time, so you are stuck with the same joke. You'll just have to hear it twice.
Oh, no.
So, Alex White Robertson, Irene Cucci, Laura Kristen Goodwin, Sam Malcolm K, Victoria and Gavin Porter, Daniel Nichols, Squish Malcolm Crow is dead for most of the Sixth Sense, Alexander Lurkites, Chaos the Fox, Zekiro, Tara Borelli, Christian H, Disturb One NZ says the real life, Win of the Forgotten says remember the Forgotten, well he said meow, but we all know what he means, Lyndon Hood, Tom Ailey, hashtag Paul Smells What Has Two Butts and Can Kill You, Erika Jane, Penny D, Aaron Gilgren, Daniela Tea Lady, Lady of the Tea, today's brew is turmeric active from Puka, a turmeric, orange and ginger blend, Liz from Time to Die, D&D podcast, Paul Chalk, hashtag Thomas Cool, and Assassin, Maya and Leship. We appreciate you all. Thank you so much for continuing to support, especially when life is tough right now. Costs are high, and we know that you have plenty of choices to put that money, and for some reason you still choose us, and we really do appreciate you. We appreciate everybody who's ever given us any money. If I had to thank that list, I literally wouldn't be able to breathe. So just, listen back to other episodes for all the people who've kind of joined us for a while and dropped off. We still remember you. We still thank you in our hearts. Just know that, we still appreciate for every month that you were able to join us. Means heaps. And before I go, I wanted to remind you that if you have a hankering for more dice in your life, head on over to our partners, fanrolldice.com. Use that promo code FateOfEisen for a 10% off your entire order. And last but really not least, huge thanks to my players who keep turning up, despite the flu season going around, despite a million better things they could probably be doing, despite partners and life and all of the things. I appreciate you guys so much. I really do wish everybody out there to take care of themselves. It's hard out there at the moment, so check in with yourself, hydrate, take your meds, make sure you're getting lots of sleep. There's loads of bugs in the air, so take care of yourself. We love you. Check in the Discord, say hi. It's a really supportive space on the internet, and Bradley knows that we need more supportive spaces on the internet. So come join us in ours. It's a wholesome grace to be. Yeah.
Look after yourselves. Call your parents. Move to Scotland.
Move to Scotland.
Yeah. Join the Discord.
if this is anyone's first episode, that's going to seem real weird out of context.
Yeah,
but
considering we all live in New Zealand, we just want people to pick up and move. I mean, like, guys, Ezekiel just got here.
This is true.
Ezekiel, you're fine. You can stay. The rest of you.
Do we also
nice.
add in chew your food? Was that the other one that we
Chew
finished
your
with last
food.
week? Chew your
Chew
food.
your food. I didn't choke today. I'm doing great.
Yay!
Props.
Yes. Yay. Tell somebody you love them, and take care of somebody else is one of my good friends' thing. He always says, take care of yourself, but take care of somebody else too. Very important to do. So, inohora, ka kite anō, aroha nui. Goodbye. We will see you again soon, and we love you loads. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.